Anger is a natural human emotion. Everyone feels it at times. It can appear when we feel hurt, disrespected, ignored, stressed, or powerless. But anger itself is not the real problem. The problem begins when anger starts controlling our words, reactions, decisions, and relationships. Many people think managing anger means suppressing it or pretending everything is fine. But true anger management is about understanding what is happening inside you, calming yourself before you react, and choosing a better response. In this video, we will explore why anger happens, what it does to the mind and body, and practical ways to manage it in everyday life so you can stay calmer, think clearly, and respond with greater control.
Anger is not always loud shouting or visible aggression. Sometimes it appears as irritation, frustration, sarcasm, silence, or a cold attitude. At its core, anger is often a signal. It tells us that something feels unfair, threatening, painful, or out of control. In small amounts, anger can help us notice a problem. But when it becomes intense or frequent, it can damage relationships, affect health, and lead to regret. The first step in managing anger is to stop seeing it as an enemy and start seeing it as a message that needs to be understood. Anger becomes hard to manage when it builds faster than our ability to think. In heated moments, the emotional part of the brain reacts quickly, while logical thinking slows down. That is why people say things they do not mean, raise their voice, slam doors, or react impulsively. Stress, lack of sleep, repeated disappointments, unresolved pain, and daily pressure can make this worse. Sometimes the real issue is not the present moment at all. A small trigger can activate older frustrations that were never properly dealt with. Anger rarely appears out of nowhere. Usually, the body sends warning signs first. Your jaw may tighten. Your shoulders may stiffen. Your heartbeat may rise. Your breathing may become shallow. You may feel heat in your face, or an urge to interrupt, argue, or walk away. Learning to notice these early signs is powerful, because it gives you a chance to intervene before the anger takes over. The earlier you detect it, the easier it becomes to calm yourself and avoid a damaging reaction. One of the most effective anger management habits is the pause. Not a long dramatic pause, just a few seconds of stopping yourself before reacting. That pause can protect a conversation, a relationship, or a decision. When anger rises, do not immediately speak, send a message, or respond. Pause. Take a breath. Step back mentally. Ask yourself, what exactly am I feeling right now? Am I angry, hurt, embarrassed, disappointed, or afraid? Very often, anger is only the top layer of a deeper emotion. Anger affects the body, so calming the body helps calm the mind. Slow breathing is one of the quickest tools you can use. Try inhaling slowly through the nose, holding for a moment, and exhaling longer than you inhale. This signals safety to the nervous system and reduces the intensity of the anger response. Even 3 to 5 slow breaths can make a difference. Breathing does not solve the problem instantly, but it gives your mind enough space to respond with more control and less emotion. When angry, the mind often adds fuel to the fire. It repeats thoughts like, "This always happens," "No one respects me," "They did it on purpose," or "I cannot tolerate this anymore." These thoughts make anger stronger. To manage anger, learn to question the story in your mind. Is this really always happening? Do I know their intention for sure? Am I exaggerating this moment because I am upset? This does not mean your feelings are invalid. It means you are choosing not to let angry thinking make the situation even worse. Sometimes the best response is not to continue the conversation immediately. If you feel overwhelmed, take a break. Leave the room politely. Go for a short walk. Drink water. Wash your face. Sit quietly for a few minutes. A temporary pause is not weakness. It is emotional maturity. But it is important to return later and address the issue calmly. Walking away forever avoids the problem. Taking space with the intention to come back helps you protect both yourself and the relationship. Managing anger does not mean staying silent or pretending nothing is wrong. It means expressing yourself clearly without attacking the other person. Instead of saying "you never listen," try saying "I feel frustrated when I am interrupted." Instead of accusing, describe the behavior and its effect on you. Calm, direct communication is far more powerful than shouting. It increases the chance that the other person will actually hear you. Anger becomes destructive when it turns into blame, insults, sarcasm, or hostility. Anger is often a secondary emotion. Beneath it, there may be stress, sadness, fear, rejection, exhaustion, or feeling unappreciated. That is why the same person may react strongly to something small after a long, difficult day. When you ask, "What is really underneath this anger?" you gain insight. Maybe you need rest. Maybe you feel unheard. Maybe a boundary has been crossed too often. Maybe an old wound is still active. Understanding the deeper cause helps you solve the real issue instead of only reacting to the surface. Anger is easier to manage when your overall life is more balanced. Regular sleep, physical movement, healthy food, quiet time, and reduced stress all improve emotional control. People often try to manage anger only during angry moments, but prevention matters just as much. A tired, overloaded, constantly stressed mind has less patience and lower tolerance. Even simple daily habits like walking, journaling, limiting overstimulation, and taking breaks can make a big difference in how you respond under pressure. Every angry moment can teach you something. After you calm down, reflect on what happened. What triggered you? What thoughts made it worse? What did your body feel like? What response helped? And what response caused damage? This reflection turns anger into self-awareness. Over time, you begin to see patterns. Maybe certain people, situations, or topics affect you more strongly. Maybe hunger, pressure, or feeling ignored increases your reactions. When you learn from your anger, instead of simply regretting it, you begin to grow. No one manages anger perfectly all the time. The goal is not to become emotionless. The goal is to become more aware, more balanced, and more intentional. Some days you will do well. Some days you may react badly and need to apologize, repair, and try again. That is part of growth. Managing anger is a skill, and like any skill, it improves with practice. Every time you pause, breathe, reflect, and respond better, you become stronger. Real control is not about overpowering others. It is about mastering yourself.
Anger does not make you a bad person. It makes you human. What matters is how you handle it. When you learn to notice your triggers, calm your body, question your thoughts, and express yourself with clarity instead of aggression, anger stops controlling your life. It becomes something you understand and manage. That takes practice, patience, and honesty with yourself. You may not get it right every time, and that is okay. Growth happens step by step. The more you practice emotional control, the more peace you create within yourself and in your relationships. Real strength is not found in reacting instantly. It is found in staying aware, staying calm, and choosing a wiser response.